أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Suzy Ismail from Cornerstone, and I'm happy to join you in our Ramadan Resilience Program as we better understand our emotional, mental, social, and relational well-being from a spiritual perspective. Tonight is the 27th night of Ramadan, and I know it's a night that many of us look forward to. We seek out, we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to grant us that we are able to be our most spiritually resilient selves on the night of the 27th. We know, of course, in the last 10 nights of Ramadan, any of the odd nights in particular are nights in which we really want to increase in our ibadah, increase in our tahajjud, increase in our connection with Allah Azza wa Jal. But what's beautiful in terms of reflecting internally on this 27th night is, first of all, recognizing with gratitude the blessings that we may have. Keeping a gratitude journal, referencing what it is that we are grateful for, can be a very powerful way of approaching some of the struggles that we may have from a mental health perspective. Also recognizing the way that Allah Azza wa Jal guides us through what may seem to us to be a bala, to be a tragedy or a difficulty that befalls us. And one of the most beautiful examples that we have of this is in Surah Al-Kahf, in which every week we are reminded from Thursday to Thursday to read Surah Al-Kahf and to take from Surah Al-Kahf the parables and the examples that were given. And a powerful example that helps us through our difficulties is the example of the Prophet Musa alayhi salam and Al-Khidr, which is captured in Surah Al-Kahf. And we see in the surah that Musa alayhi salam is trying to understand the hikmah of Allah. And he is asking about the fact that such difficulties, such great tests and tribulations can befall those who are very good. And he was trying to understand why. And so Allah Azza wa Jal, to help Musa alayhi salam and to help us better understand it, He gives us the example of Musa alayhi salam meeting with Al-Khidr, who guides him through a journey of understanding. And the first stop that Musa alayhi salam and Al-Khidr embark upon in their journey is to a family that has a young son. And this couple is a couple who is very pious, who is close to Allah Azza wa Jal, who feels that connection with Allah, and they love their son very much. And Al-Khidr shows Musa alayhi salam that the son is killed. And Musa alayhi salam can't help it. He asks why, even though Al-Khidr told him, walk with me and you can see, even though I know you're going to have difficulty not asking questions. And Musa alayhi salam says he will be patient. But he asks why, because he doesn't understand. And it is explained to him, Al-Khidr explains to Musa alayhi salam, that this child would have caused great grief to the parents, that he would have grown older, he would have caused them to turn away from their piety and their closeness to Allah. And so that which looks like a test, which looks like a tragedy, is a blessing. And then we see that Al-Khidr travels with Musa alayhi salam to the next stop, where they come upon a poor fisherman's family who have one boat. And in that boat, they ask those people if they can take a ride over, and Al-Khidr puts a hole in that boat. And we see Musa alayhi salam also asking why, these are good people. And Al-Khidr explains that there is a king that takes the boats that are in good condition at the other side. And if they had taken this boat, the king would have taken their boat from them. So again, that which appears to be a tragedy is a blessing. And then they travel to the next stop, in which there is a town with people that are not kind, that are evil, that don't help them. And there is a crumbling wall, and Al-Khidr puts all his effort into rebuilding that wall. And again, Musa alayhi salam can't help himself, and he asks why. And Al-Khidr answers, he says, our road ends here. But he explains to him that there are orphans in the town, and there is a kinz, a treasure, in the walls. If the wall were to continue crumbling, these orphans would not get that treasure. The people, the evil people of the town would get it. And so Musa alayhi salam understands in that moment that that which may have looked like something good for people that were not doing good was actually a blessing that was being kept for the orphans. And this really helps us better understand the verse in the Quran when Allah Azza wa Jalla tells us, عَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا فَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ, that you may dislike something, but there is great good in it. So on this 27th night of Ramadan, I hope that we can all recall moments in our lives that may have been really difficult, moments that were tests that we may have asked why, and to remember that there is a blessing even in that test. And I pray that Allah Azza wa Jal continues to bless us, continues to allow us to see His blessings even in the most difficult of times. Please continue to watch iTVusa in the last few nights of Ramadan as we continue on this journey together. Jazakumullahu khair. Wassalamu alaikum.